Hi, good morning. This is JP Thong. I'm now at Kechara Forest Retreat in Malaysia, and welcome to day 11th of Mindful Morning Meditation. We shall wait a few seconds for the others to tune in. Good morning, King Hoi. How are you doing? Good morning, Ben. Okay, we will wait for a few seconds for the rest of the people to tune in before we start our 9-round breathing meditation. Good morning, Zin Koi. Good morning, Leong Wing Yi. As we're waiting, please get yourself comfortable. If you can sit on the floor, make sure there's a cushion behind you to prop up your buttocks area so that you can sit up straight like this. If you cannot sit on the floor for whatever reason, then you can sit on a sofa or a chair. Hi Cassandra, good morning. Cochran, morning. Nancy, good morning. Hi Munting, good morning. Hi Cassandra, good morning. We'll wait a few more seconds. Hi Yin Ping, morning. Today is a really nice morning as well. It's very cooling here in Kechara Forest Retreat. I think it's around in the mid-20s Celsius, and it's pretty foggy out here. And I heard that last night there was a pink supermoon. I wonder how that looks like. A pink supermoon. Did you guys see that? The pink supermoon? Hi Lai Heng, good morning. Hi Frank. Hi Yiling, how are you doing in New York? I heard the news in New York is really bad. Hope you're safe, yeah. Okay, we'll wait a few more seconds before we start on the 9-round breathing meditation. So please get ready, sit comfortably, and remember, if you're sitting on a very soft sofa, that's not going to help because it will give you lower back ache because you have to really exert yourself to sit up straight. So I wouldn't recommend that. So something firm would be good. Hi Sophia, good morning. Hi Natasha, hola, how are you? The moon is a sign. A sign of what, Frank? The moon is a sign. Okay. Good morning, Karine. Good morning. Hi, Waiting. Yeah. So, Lai Heng and Frank, did you guys see the supermoon? I heard it's pink. That's something interesting. I've not seen it before. Okay, I think, whoops, hold on, let me get back on my page. Strange, sometimes Facebook kicks me out of the page. Wonder why. Oh, you were indoors, Lai Heng. Okay. Okay. If everyone is ready, sit up straight like this. Sit at the edge always of your cushion. Okay, any cushion would be fine. If you don't have a cushion, a pillow is fine. Just prop up the back, your buttocks area, so that you sit up like this. Okay, roll your shoulders, relax. Relax a little bit. All right, you can stretch a little bit before you start. Just try to be relaxed. Good morning. Time will be morning. We shall start on the 9th round breathing meditation. If some of you have missed my earlier sessions on how to do the 9th round breathing meditation, do log in to day 1. because I was more extensive with my explanation on the technique of the 9-round breathing meditation. And here we go. Left palm up, thumb down. Wrap your thumb very gently. Put your fist under your right armpit, right hand, like this. Pointer over your middle finger, and press down your left nostril and breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Remember not to force your breath. Just breathe in naturally through your tummy. Right hand out, thumb down. Wrap your thumb with your fingers. Put your fist gently under your armpit this way. Point a finger over your right finger. Hold down your right nostril and breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Both hands on your thighs. Breathe in and out from both your nostrils. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, and we're done with the 9-round breathing meditation. Good morning, Sharon. Good morning, Pastor Honey. Okay, so how is your intention coming along? Do share with me if you have set an intention on a daily basis. How is it working out for you, especially for those of you or those of us who are under lockdown? And also do share with me what you wrote on your gratitude journal, and share with me perhaps your experience now that you're keeping this journal, and whether or not it makes a difference for you when you are keeping this journal. Yeah, because for me it helps, because it enables me to really be aware of my surrounding and what I'm blessed with. And there are many things I noticed that I've been taking for granted because it's always been there. And so it's really, really very helpful. And it makes me always look at my blessings and all the positivity around me. And it's abundant with it, which I always are not aware of. Yeah, so that helps me tremendously. So if you can share with me your experience, that'll be great. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Lai. Hi, Adeline. Good morning. Now, after the 10-minute single-pointed meditation, I would like to talk about giving and what giving is all about. So we will do that after 10 minutes. Now, please adjust yourself. If you have sores from your legs or anywhere, adjust yourself accordingly. Get a little bit comfortable, but not too comfortable till you fall asleep. We won't like that. We won't want that. And again, rock forward and backwards. Remember to just sit near the edge of your cushion or your chair or your sofa. And do make sure that your sofa is not too soft, otherwise you will be getting major lower back ache. Okay, so if everyone is ready, we shall start with the 10 minutes meditation. Don't worry, I will be your timer, so just focus on the breathing, as we always do. Okay, rock back and forth. Find the center. Tilt your chin down a little bit, like that. Okay, relax your shoulders. Roll your tongue upwards. Rest your tongue on your upper teeth. And look downwards, 45-degree angle. If you prefer to close your eyes because you can focus better, you can do so. Be careful not to fall asleep, that's all. And if you're falling asleep, just open your eyes a little bit and they'll be good enough. And ready? 3. Let me scratch a little bit first because I won't be able to scratch. Ready? 3. Oh wait, before that, your palms. You can put it this way, palms up. Again, I prefer, good morning Norman. I prefer to put my palms like this, as I've always explained. It's easier for the chi to circulate. All right, it's just my preference. And 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in all the white healing light, filling every part of your body. And breathe out all the dark smoke, all your worries, your stress, your boredom, your anxiety, your frustrations. Breathe in again. Fill your body with a white, tingling, healing light. And breathe out. Breathe in. Focus on the nostril and the air going through the nostril. Breathe out. Breathe out all the darkness. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fill your body with a white healing light. There is no room for any negativities in your system. Your body is glowing in this healing white light. Every cell in your body is tingling in this white healing light. Bring your focus to your nostril. Watch the sound. Bring back your focus to your nostrils. And 3, 2, 1. And we're done. So how was that for everyone? Hi, morning, Christina. Stephanie, hello, morning. Hope you guys didn't miss the 10-minute single-pointed meditation. Tenzin Doka, hello, morning. Hi, Rinpoche, Tashidele. Hi, Victor. Hi, Pastor David. Do share with me how you felt about this morning's 10-minute single-pointed meditation. For me, as I was... Oh, hi, Sam, this is the first time. Do check out my day 1, yes, Sam, because I explained in greater depth about how to, get into position, and so the introduction of how to do the 9-round breathing meditation and the single-pointed meditation. So it'd be great if you can watch day 1 and then catch up. Then you will know what we've been talking about all this while. Yeah, today is the 11th day. Hi, Ben. Thank you very much for tuning in again. Yeah, so do share with me about your experience for today. Yeah, as I was saying today, as I was meditating halfway, there was a sharp pain that came up from my left buttocks. So when I adjusted myself, then it was gone. So I think it was a pinched nerve. Yeah, so sometimes it does happen, yeah? It does happen. You just have to adjust a little bit and you'll be fine. But otherwise, yeah, it was very good for me. And I'd like to hear from all of you as well. Hi, Sim King Yun, good morning. Lai Hing says, notice today that I seem to be tensing my shoulders and I had to consciously relax it. It then happens again. Well, what you can try to do is this, Lai Hing. When you breathe in the white healing light, just focus a little bit, have that healing light fill up that part of your shoulders that are aching, and bring back your focus back to your nostril area. Yeah, for me that helps. Yeah, let me know next time it happens again and see whether or not that helps. Because sometimes I do feel an itch here and there, just a little bit of ache here and there, and that breathing and the visualization, and especially and focusing on that part of the pain, and just let it fill up with the healing white light, and then focus back onto my nostril area. Then almost immediately the ache goes away. Yeah, so that's my experience. Let me see. Ben, is it possible if I want to change my body posture and even I put down my legs from sitting with putting upon chair first? Of course you can, Ben. For beginners, it's good if you find any position. As I said earlier, you can sit on a chair, but sit at the edge of the chair. Don't lean backwards. Don't lean forwards too much. Find that center, chin down, and then focus on the breathing, and that's good enough. And as we are doing the meditation, we will just focus on this. Try not to fidget too much because that's what we're used to. Again, bring your focus back to your nostril. And Sharon says, today felt much faster than yesterday. I feel more energized now. Wow, that's wonderful, Sharon. That's rare. That's very good progress. Colin says, great. White healing lights are energizing my body. However, fine-tuning needed to bring my mind back. Well, like I say, practice. Practice every day. Practice whenever you're free during the day. And you can do this as many times as you like throughout the day. Norman says, a lot more anxiety today, hard to focus. Well, perhaps after this session, what will help would be the 9-round breathing exercise that we started with before we did the 10-minute single-pointed meditation. Do that See, every session is 9 rounds, so do 9 rounds and see how you feel. If you're not grounded, do one more set. Hope that helps, Norman. Sim King Yuan, feel great, but my mind's still running here and there. It's okay. It's okay. We just have to practice every day. That's why I'm doing this with you every morning, till it gets better and better and better. And some of you guys are already saying that 10 minutes already feels like seconds, and that's great. Because when we focus on just one thing, time passes real fast. Tan KM. Morning JP and all, getting easier for me to push away any thought arises during meditation and focus back to my breathing. Try not to push your thought, just let it go. Just watch it. Try not to put any energy on it. Watch it pass and then come back to the breathing. Come back to the breathing. Watch it like a movie. Watch it. Come back. Watch it. Yeah? So that will be much better. Ben says, even I do some movement, but it's come back to my focusing breath. Yes, that's good, Ben. And Sharon also says, one of the things that I'm grateful for is having good friends whom I've known since we were 6. I'm also grateful for my grandparents who raised me. That's wonderful, Sharon. Yiling says, focus getting good. That's wonderful. Piriformis nerve. Yep, have that too. Yeah, is that called a what? A piriformis nerve? Yeah, call it a pinch nerve. Acupuncture helped until lockdown, so I'm unable to continue. As far as today's practice, I found it to be a tad easier to move the distractions from my mental view, and faster as well. I'm sleeping much better as of 2 days ago. Wow, that's wonderful news, Natasha. Do continue. Your condition will improve. All right. And Dr. Hang, good morning all. I felt great and motivated after meditation to start another wonderful day. That's wonderful. All right, I will share my gratitude journal with you all. And some of you who have not written your gratitude or shared your gratitude with me, please do so. Yesterday I wrote, I'm grateful to have clean water to wash and drink. Number 2, I'm grateful to live in an environment surrounded by nature. And number 3, I'm grateful to live in an environment that is free from natural calamities. So that was what I was grateful for yesterday. How about you? Do share. Waiting says, fresh and calmer after the session. Yes. There will be days when it's more difficult to focus, and there'll be days where it's a lot easier. So if you can actually start earlier, even before 8:30. If you find that one session of the 9-round breathing exercise is not enough, do 2 or even 3 sessions of that, and that will immediately calm your mind and your body. Then you'll be ready for the 10-minute single-pointed meditation. Okay, so I will proceed. If there are no more sharing, I will proceed to... Oh wait, Zinkoi says, when I am under deep concentration just now, in a sudden, I was shocked. Due to upper floor resident felt something on the floor. I was out of concentration for a while before I able to get back the concentration. That's okay. That's okay. Just watch that sound and come back to the breathing. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Because when we are very focused on the breathing, do remember that our senses will be heightened as a result, because the mind is now very calm. It's very, very calm, although we are focusing on just the breathing. So it does happen, and there are many times that I will hear sounds that are very soft and very distant that I normally don't hear, but it's fine. But I watch that. I watch that sound. I watch the sound. Instead of analyzing it, I watch the sound and I bring my focus back to my breathing. And that is the exercise here. Bring the mind back to the breathing. That's most important. Norman says, I think I found my passion. Grateful for that. Your passion for what, Norman? Your passion for what? Yeah? Okay, so I will talk about giving today and what that really means. We always hear self-help lecturers, speakers say it's always good to be giving. And what's all that about? Giving can come in many, many forms. Giving can come in, giving money. Giving can also be giving your time to someone who needs your attention. Giving can also be lending an ear. Somebody needs to talk to you. Somebody needs your help to do something. That's giving. Giving can also be sharing your experience, sharing your knowledge with someone who may need it. Giving can be sharing your connections. Perhaps somebody needs something, need to know a certain person, a department. That can be giving as well. Yeah, there are many, many forms of giving. And it is also very important that we are aware of what it is. Yeah? Because sometimes we may feel that, we are very giving, but why is it that people still think that I'm not as giving as I think? Now, a very important part about giving is that giving needs to be consistent. Giving can never depend on your mood. Because if you only give if you feel like it, that's not really giving. That's very conditional. So it is as and when you feel like it, you give. And people will always, and that will not really serve you ultimately because it's always, you give people a sense that, okay, I will only give when it's convenient. So it's always you first, me, instead of real giving, which is very consistent. So as anytime you need whatever it is, I'll be there for you. All right? Of course, there will be exceptions if you know that people are taking advantage of your generosity, no matter what form of giving that I'm talking about. Then out of compassion, instead of reinforcing that negative habit of them taking advantage of you, that's where, out of compassion, you don't give. Okay, there are exceptions, of course. There are exceptions. Where I'm coming from is our attitude when we give. The attitude when we give. So if my intention for the day is I will benefit others, whomever I meet, who cross my path today. So even though I'm having a massive headache, I'm very tired, I'm occupied with other tasks that I have at hand, I will still give it attention. I will still give that person the attention that he or she needs. And whatever it may be, all right? So the easiest form of giving is actually giving money. That's very easy. Okay, so we won't even talk about that. We'll talk about the consistency of giving. I think that is something that many people are not aware about. Because I keep hearing, but I'm a very giving person, JP. I'm very, very giving. It's just that people don't perceive me as such. Okay, that is one of the key reasons. Consistency is the key to real giving. Consistency. All right, do we have any questions so far? Oh, your passion is, Norman, really want to use my ability to help the world. That is fantastic. Definitely. And all of us can can do our little part. And together, as a whole, it'd be very powerful. Because many of us feel that, oh, it's just me. What can one person do? A lot. Because it only takes one person to change the world. Look at Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi freed his nation from colonization. Just him alone. It was him, his thought, his belief, and he was the nucleus of the movement. And he liberated millions of Indians in his nation. That's all it takes. Okay, do we have any questions? Oh, Yiling says, I love the sessions with you as I can hear the morning bird song in KFR. I was just talking to Pastor Jinai, who's far away on the other side of the camera. I was like, I wonder if people hear all the birds chirping around me because it's really wonderful. There's like an orchestra around me. Yeah, so I'm glad that that the mic actually picks it up. Yeah, I'm glad. Okay, so giving is, and then some people say, oh, that's very tiring, JP. I don't think I can give 24/7. I need me time. I need me time. You see, this me time, if we keep focusing on the me time, again, that is a form of attachment. A form of attachment. The me time can be translated to doing some meditation. It is perhaps the mind saying, calm down, because our minds have been distracted throughout the day. And because we have not learned to center ourselves, calm the mind. That's why we get carried away and we get flustered, because our mind is just all over the place. From one thing to another, to another, to another, to another. So when we practice this single-pointed meditation long enough, although we have 100 things in front of us that we need to handle, we will be able to handle them more effectively because we're grounded, our mind is calm, and as a result, it is very clear. We're in control of the focus that we put in achieving and accomplishing each task at hand. We're in control of the task at hand. Instead of the task controlling us and stirring our emotions and get flustered, and then we're like, I can't breathe, my heart is palpitating, I'm having anxiety, which is going to rise because you keep letting your mind go wild. So once our mind is calm, you will notice that you'll be able to accomplish a lot more because of that. Okay? Lai Hing says, the birds from Bentong seem to be talking to the birds at my place in TTTI. Really? Really? You can hear birds from inside your house? They must have huge lungs. Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that, Lai Hing. Okay, so when we need that me time, it is our mind saying, take a break, calm the mind. Calm the mind. So when we do the me time, instead of focusing on other things and being distracted again, focus on the breathing, on the single-pointed meditation. Yeah, that is why I hear some of my friends say, oh, after a long day of work, I like to iron my clothes, I like to clean the house because it's very therapeutic. And the reason for that is because we are focusing on either ironing or we're focused on cleaning. So that is focusing as well. That's focusing as well. Okay? What will be better is just to sit still, because we would also want to give the body a break. Just calm the body, and at the same time, calm the mind. Ground ourselves, and then do that. And again, because if we do that consistently, And when we focus doing all the things that are aligned to our intention, aligned to the intention. See, the intention is actually the higher purpose in our lives, okay? So everything else is to support that intention. That intention. If the intention is from selflessness, whatever that we do on our daily lives, whether it is pursuing our career, taking care of our children, taking care of our family, whatever that we do, because it has a higher purpose, which comes from being selfless, we will never ever feel burnout. The only reason why we feel burnout, as we are giving so much attention, so much of ourselves to these tasks on our plate, and we feel burnout, is because there is a tinge of selfishness to it. What kind of selfishness are we talking about? Well, perhaps if I do this with the money, I can indulge a little bit. It's always about me, 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 me. If I do this, I'm expecting some sort of thank you and acknowledgement from this person to appreciate, so that I feel appreciated. So if the conversation goes back to me, I'm giving you this so that I get this in return, then it's not real giving. Because real giving is unconditional. So, which is why setting an intention from selflessness, whatever that may be, is most important. And when we train our mind to do that, where we slowly decrease the attachment to the me, you will eventually notice that you won't feel burnout. You can be physically tired, definitely, but you will never be emotionally burnt out. Never. Okay? There are many examples out there. Look at Mother Teresa. You don't hear her burn out. She goes through a lot of obstacles, right? Saving the children on the streets. A lot of obstacles. She's very tired physically. She's in a lot of pain physically, but she's never ever burn out because she's operating out of selflessness. And that's the key. So that's why for many people who does charity, or whatever it is that they do in the name of charity, and they feel burnout, that's because there is a tinge of attachment back to the me. For some people, I'm aware of, it's a form of escape from the families, whatever it is that they were supposed to do, but they rather escape and do charity to appease the guilt, to tell themselves that, it's okay to be in denial. Look, I'm doing something good for society, so let me continue being in denial. You see, there are all these mind games that our mind is fantastic, is wonderful. Our mind games are you can write books on it. Okay, some of the mind games can be very sophisticated, and that's how our mind plays tricks on us, and that's how, and these are the conversations that we tell ourselves to convince ourselves, so that we feel better about ourselves. That is why, when we meditate, and once we have a better grasp of the mind, we can start dissecting and go deep and contemplate and focus on different facets of our mind. And that's called contemplative meditation. Is that exciting? I love that part of meditation. And we will go through that. We will definitely go through that if you all would like that. Yeah, but let's do the gym first, which is the 10-minute meditation. Next week, if COVID-19 lockdown continues, which I think it will most likely for another 2 weeks, then we will progress to 15 minutes and 20 minutes. And I can't wait to see how everybody feels once we hit the 20-minute mark. Okay? Oh, there are more questions here. Let me see. Ben asks, is intention have right or wrong with any guideline we can refer? No, there's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong. Okay, Ben? So, there is a talk on intention. If you go back to the fan page, and you will see, I forgot which day it was, but you will see it and watch it. And I have an explanation of what intentions are, and you'll find your answer there. Okay, Zinkoi, if the giver can save someone's life, but we refuse to give under the exceptional circumstances condition that fell to advantage of my previous give and betrayed and hurt me very deeply previously. Will there be any bad karma accumulated by me refusing? Well, let me read this again and see if I can understand you better. If the giver can save someone's life, but we refuse to give under the exceptional circumstances condition that fell to advantage of my previous gift and betrayed and hurt me very deeply, will there be any bad karma accumulated by me refusing? Will there be negative karma arising from you not giving? Well, there will always be some sort of negative karma. Okay, but it is also the person's negative karma for taking advantage of you initially. So both sides have karma. So if the person that was always asking you for help, if that person was sincere all this while, and didn't take advantage of you, then he wouldn't have created the karma of you not helping him or anyone, as a matter of fact. But because, if I read your question correctly, but because he was taking advantage of you, so he has created a karma of not having people trust him. That's the karma he created for himself. So he cannot blame others for not helping, because that's a karma that he or she has created for himself or herself. That's why it's very, very careful. We have to be very, very careful with our body, speech, and mind. Very careful. The things we say, the body language that we may not be aware of, the thoughts that arise, will create karma. Don't even say karma. We'll create circumstances, we'll create a certain energy of how people perceive us. We may feel a different way, okay, but our thoughts, our actions and our speech will determine how people perceive us, although we feel another way. That is why it's very important to be aware of our body, speech, and mind. Very, very aware. So if we're always taking advantage of people, definitely you will create this persona, this energy that you can never be trusted. Never be trusted. Yeah, so I won't blame yourself for that. But it should never stop you from helping other people when you sense that yes, they are sincere. Okay? I hope that helps. Yiling, how do we ensure that we are not allowing our mind get mindless during meditation? How? By focusing on the breath. When we do single-pointed meditation, we do not blank out. how some meditators say, oh, just don't think about anything. That's not the purpose here. The purpose here is to control the mind. Once we control the mind, okay, control it. Just hold on to the mind and have the mind focus on the breathing. When you do that, your mind will calm down. Your mind will calm down. That's the whole purpose. So you are not mindless. You are being mindful with what? Focusing on the breath. Hi Andrew, how are you? Do write some comments and share with us how you feel, because I noticed that you've been tuning in, and thank you very much, Andrew. Hi Lama Surya, if I pronounced that correctly, and Rajkumar, namaste. Ben says, any points with this, or we just follow our flow of heart? Can I just wait till I was informed by myself? I'm not sure what you are referring to, Ben. Oh, the intention?
So now he's asking follow-up questions to answer.
Any points with this, or we just follow our flow of our heart? Watch my talk on intention, then you have a much better idea of what I'm talking about. Yeah, because I'm not going to go through this session, because a lot of the people who are here today have already heard that. Yeah, so I'd like to talk about giving today. Okay? Hi, Kirsten. Good morning. Christina. Hi, Christina. I totally agree. I've decided not to think about is he genuine or not if I have decided to give. End of the day, if the person's not genuine, it's not my karma. I've done my part. Exactly, Christina. You see, whether or not we're loving, we're giving, we're compassionate should never be determined by the person acknowledging you, appreciating you. It should not. Because there was once I think someone asked my teacher, Tam Rinpoche, how, it's like, oh, I noticed that, you're always helping the homeless, you're giving them food and whatever that they need. How do you know who is genuine or not? Because there may be people out there who are taking advantage of your generosity. And Rinpoche says, well, because he's been in that situation before, and there are people who just need a helping hand, so that they can just cross a bridge, and that's all they need. So it's temporary. So if we are always in fear that we may be taken advantage of, I'm talking about in the case of helping the homeless, yeah, this is just a situation. Rinpoche says that we will never ever know whether or not they are sincere. We will never. But it should never stop us, because why? Out of the 10, maybe 4 are not genuine, but the 6 are. So it doesn't matter. You can still afford to be generous. But because of the bad experiences, you still continue. Irregardless of the bad experiences, we still continue to help. You help 6 lives. And that is worth it. So exactly to reiterate what Christina shared with us, thank you very much, Christina, it should never ever taint us from not giving. All people taking advantage of us should never stop us from being compassionate and giving. Of course, once you know that specific person is taking advantage, then you don't continue. I'm not going to hate the person, but I'm going to say, you know what, that's not the way. There are other ways to earn whatever it is that you would like, but not in ways like this. Because when we operate out of deception, we'll create this energy around us that we can never be trusted. And it will not serve the person, definitely. Ultimately, the person will be alone. Even he or she will be filled with fear. Fear of what? Being deceived themselves. Haven't we met people who are always like, is he going to cheat me? This, that, this. Because why? One of the possibilities is because this person has been living in Deception. All this while, pretending to be someone else who he or she is not. And where does that come from? Insecurities and fear, which is what I spoke about a few days ago. That's why when we understand these core issues that we have, which, by the way, are not real. Not real in the sense that these are all made up. This is what our mind has tricked us to believe in, that it's there. But it's all made up in our mind. So the good news is we can let it go. We can let all these things go. How? Let's go to the gym for the mind and control it. Once we do that, like I say, we will work on these issues much deeper when we do the contemplative meditation. It'll be very exciting for many of us. Okay. Yes, Kirsten, I see you. Good morning. Kirsten has this thing with me. I don't know. It's a karma. It's a karma where when she writes all these long messages, I don't see them. I don't know why. It's very strange. All right, so it's almost 1 hour already. And if we don't have any more questions, I'm going to wrap up. All right, so do join me tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Malaysian time. If you do have questions, excuse me, that has come up for you during the day, do write in, and I will answer you either online, or if I feel that, hey, let me talk about it the following day, I will do that as well. Okay, so if you do like my session today, please click like, share with your friends definitely, so that all of us can come together every morning, 8:30 a.m., and we will meditate together. And I look forward to seeing all of you tomorrow morning. Tonight, before I wrap up, tonight I'm sharing my paranormal experiences at 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. tonight Malaysian time. So for those of you who are still awake and who love to hear about paranormal experiences, do tune in. Okay, and that'll be under Tam Paranormal Zone. Is that right? Tam Rinpoche Paranormal Zone. Tam Rinpoche Paranormal Zone on the Facebook fan page. Okay, if you cannot find it, just go to my page and you will see it, because I will share it every Thursday and sometimes even on Friday after the recording. All right, so thank you very much and have a great day.